Arg! Damon gently placed his hands on each side of my head, gently pressing his thumbs into the skin above my eyebrows. I could only stare at Damon as his eyes began to glow gold and energy began to be both pulled out of me and forced into my head. Within seconds, my vision went black once again. I was unsure of what Damon was doing, but soon shapes and textures slowly began to appear around me. Ooh, pretty. I found myself sitting on a stone floor in the middle of what looked like a fantasy throne room. Where am I? I looked down at myself to stand, only to see my body as translucent as a ghost. Whoa! I jumped up and inspected my hands in a sudden panic. I was see-through. Why? What was going on?
How dare they try to negotiate with me? Do they not know whom they speak to?
Actually, the correct formation of that sentence there would be, do they not know to whom they speak? I gasped and ran behind a nearby pillar away from the voice. The sound of his anger and words frightened every bone in my body, turning me into a frightened child.
My lord, please calm yourself.
That voice is funny. I'm sorry.
Calm? You're merely testing my resolve. I have more than half of a mind to send my greatest armies to take what should be mine. They are mere insects in the way of my kingdom's expansion.
They merely asked for a marriage joining.
Okay.
So I'm to bow to them and share my land that I have so rightfully conquered?
Oh my, is that your father? He's nice, he's hunky. And that's the funny voice. Nice. I peeked from behind the pillar to see a large demon, covered in royal clothes but buff enough to be a military commander. His rage practically emanated from his body as he growled at his servant.
They are willing to give their land to you, sire. All they ask is for one of your sons to marry their daughter, whom I might add is as beautiful as can be.
Yeah, that's their dad. He's hunky. Nice. Hey. Pops-in-law, I guess? I don't know. He's very beautiful. I shit myself with him. Not this character.
This is ridiculous! To suggest that I need their approval to take their land is beyond insanity. What makes them think I care about their precious daughter?
No wonder your sons are assholes. Okay.
Did I mention that she is a prodigy of her kind, sire?
A prodigy?
What now?
Yes, my lord. This succubus is a master of her skills in magic and mind manipulation. She is said to sway armies with a snap of her fingers, despite being as young as she is.
Impossible!
Highly impossible.
If only it were, sire. This succubus is dangerous, but would be a great asset to have should we agree to this arrangement. The only reason she cannot faze you, my lord, is because you are the strongest demon in the plains.
Ha!
Is this supposed to change my mind?
Yes, my lord.
Love it.
You are doing a terrible job at convincing me.
His dark eyes is just like, you're doing a very terrible job of convincing me, stop it.
My apologies, sire.
The fuck even is this anymore? I was lost. I could tell they were talking about Deanna, but why?
Father.
I quickly turned my head to see another demon who looked like a mere child staring at the demon commander on the throne. Father?
Ah, Raystrow. Have you finished your training?
Yes, Father.
This is, I think...
Then what do you want?
Which one is this?
I want to be with my brothers the best of the day, Father.
The demon commander walked to the young demon and gripped his hair, picking him up off the ground and forcing him to look up at his snarl. The young demon, however, looked unfazed.
Arrogance. Why should I allow you to be with them? I should kill you for your lack of respect to me.
That can't be Damon, because that's not his name. His name is Israel. We know this. This is things we know. This is lore that we understand and have accepted.
Because I want to be with them, Father.
I could only stare at the young demon faced his father, despite the massive difference between them. This young demon seemed weaker and easy to kill versus the demon commander. Why would this man kill his son, though? Was this commander that ruthless? However, I wasn't expecting him to laugh and release the young demon.
Good! Assertive even in the face of danger. That is why you are my favorite son.
Okay. Alright. I could only stare wide-eyed as the commander placed his hand on the demon's shoulder.
Very well. Go. Tomorrow, you will show me your training.
It's gotta be Matthew. Matthew's definitely the favorite son. It has to be. The little demon grinned widely before running off.
I have a thought.
Don't. Don't have thoughts, please. We've seen you have those. They're not very good. If you'll excuse me saying so, sir.
Yes, my lord?
How old is this daughter?
Yeah, how old is she? Tell us how old she is.
As old as your 5th, sire.
Do you believe this proposal is worth it?
Yes, sire.
Tell those insects that they are safe for now. I will consider their offer.
Sire, are you certain?
Did I stutter? Now go!
This is a freak show I wasn't prepared for. Alright. The demon servant quickly ran off, but as soon as he passed the pillar I was hiding behind, he along with the commander vanished into thin air. What had happened? I didn't get the time to try to figure out before a demon who looked around my age walked in the room reading a book, so it definitely couldn't have been Damon. Is that?
Raestrow, your nose is stuck in those books. Will you not lift your head up from them once in a while?
Huh? That voice. I circled around the pillar to see a second demon leaning against another pillar and smirking at Raestrow.
Aren't you supposed to be with your mother practicing the harpsichord?
All of these things. I don't even care at this point.
I am, but I had a feeling that you were in danger.
That one's Eric. Eric was the one supposed to be practicing the harpsichord. I can tell its voice.
In danger? What are you...
Sam?
Attack!
Of course. All of a sudden, 3 shadows zipped through the room and slammed into Raestrow, forcing him to fall into the ground and drop his book. As the sight cleared for me, there were 3 other demons in a dog pile with Raestrow at the bottom.
No way! You haven't had a break in months from those stupid bugs.
That one's Sam.
It's time for punishment!
Death by brotherhood! No more reading!
I told you that you were in danger.
I suddenly knew who those demons were, even though it was clearly fucking obvious. It's the boys. Even in the demon world, their brotherly connection was astounding. They were merely younger versions of themselves. For fuck's sake. One of the demons, who I assumed was Matthew, grabbed the book from the floor and opened it, reading it mockingly.
How can you read this, Raestrow? It's all about war strategy. It's boring!
I have to, Zakaru!
Oh, James. Of course, I fucked up.
There's only one thing you need to know about strategy. Kill them all! Take no prisoners!
You sound just like Father.
Where's Damon? I couldn't help but giggle. It was cute to see them acting childish with each other. Eventually, James managed to push his brothers off of him and stand, brushing himself off.
You all are reckless. At least we have fun.
Where's Damon?
It's true. You haven't been with us in weeks. Don't you think it's time for a break?
I'm sure Father won't mind.
But I have to... I who you want to, Rachel.
Yep, there he is.
What is going
Nothing.
on here?
I shot my head to the voice to see the commander, aged a little, staring at the boys with his arms across his chest. Damon quickly dashed and hid behind Sam, peeking over his shoulder to see the large commander.
Nothing is going on. We just passed by each other.
Then why does your brother have your book?
I was showing him what I was learning, Father.
Return to your studies, Ray Stroud. The rest of you out of my sight. Do not disturb your brother again.
I'm starting to feel really bad for James, and I'm thinking he should be the next one. I think if I ever get to the end of this fucking game and decide that after all of that pain that I want to restart it, James will be the one that I'll go with next. I could only stare as James gently took his book and, without looking at his brothers, returned to his reading. The commander walked past the remaining brothers, growling at Sam and Damon before leaving the room. What was up with that?
Don't worry about it. We'll find a way to get him back.
I don't know. He's on a very tight leash.
Ezra, you're quiet. What did you hear?
He's going to a negotiation meeting. He's going to arrange a marriage.
A marriage? For who? It must be for one of us.
He hasn't decided who will marry her. It's a girl from a kingdom he wants to take over.
But that's uncharacteristic of him. Usually he'd just attack with the army.
Whatever the case is, one of us is getting married.
Awesome.
I hope it isn't me.
What about Ray Stroud? He's the eldest.
But...
It would make sense, but having a succubus marrying one of us means that she'll be practically married to all of us.
I don't understand how that works. But okay, whatever.
Well, what should we do?
Before the conversation could continue, the boys vanished into thin air, fading into different colored mists. They were replaced by an older Damien and Matthew, sitting with each other in the middle of the throne room.
Do you think we should?
No, I'm not even going to comment.
I really want to.
I want to as well. Still, it'll be hard to convince Raystero, since he's the one about to be married. He's the
I knew it. James's previous engagements.
We don't know that, Zakeru. Maybe she's set to marry you.
Oh, okay. Nice. Cute smile. Okay, can we... This is very awkward. Highly awkward, in fact.
No way! I don't want to get married.
I don't think you'll have a problem with that baby face of yours.
Okay. Okay, alright, okay. Composure. I looked over to see Sam join the duo, crossing his arms and raising an eyebrow at his brothers, his antlers, tweaking up towards the sky.
What are you two talking about?
Your antlers.
We got into contact with the human world again.
Oh my.
Come on, Ezra. Give humans too much attention.
No way, you gotta listen. They apparently have stores and books and schools and stuff.
So what? It's full of humans who piss on each other for no reason. They're no better than the devil spawn.
What?
Nuh-uh, the one we were talking to wasn't like that.
Talking to... You guys talked to my grandfather, didn't you? Oh, that would make sense. Oh.
How do you know, Zakeru?
Because I do!
It just keeps getting better. Okay. Okay, alright. Alright, deep breaths. Deep breaths. Okay.
They want to go to the human world.
The human world?
Raystero, think about it. You won't have to marry that girl and be the heir anymore. You could be with us, and we could make lives for ourselves in the new world.
Now you're just talking nonsense.
I vote that we do it.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh. I can't even.
Huh? Oh, not you two.
Think about it. This may be our chance to finally get away from this political nonsense we're stuck in. We may be nobles, but we're still our own beings.
Okay. Horns. Real quick. We're just going to talk about horns. I like Eric's horns the most. I mean, they all have very lovely horns and tribal tattoos. But as far as horns go, I really like Eric's. They're just very, I don't know, I like ram's horns. The rabbit is in a very weird situation right now.
Ristro is in.
What? Azrael!
Whoa! So how do we get there?
Are you kidding me? You don't even know how we'd get there.
A simple spell should work, but it would require someone from the human world to help us get there.
Hashtag Grandpa. Don't tell me that he died to get you guys here. Please don't tell me that. I would be very pissed if that was the case.
We can ask him.
Oh, he'd definitely help us.
Yep. That's my grandpa. They're talking about Grandpa.
I'm not so sure about...
Reistra, aren't you tired of pleasing Father all of the time?
I am, but...
If you don't say yes, I'll drag your princely ass with us.
They were able to leave while I was still expected to be what my father wanted me to be. Oh, now we're going to talk about ourselves? This is... What the fuck? I can't even anymore, okay? I can't even. I swear to God, if you killed my grandfather, I will be mad at you. I will be highly mad at all of you. Not mad enough to kill you, but quite disappointed. Yay! They're my boys. The horns.